Okay, let's start. You will use the HP utility and you will select the flash drive that you're using and just do a quick format. Hit OK, agree with everything that's said there, and let it do its thing. Once it's done formatting, it shouldn't take long even for a 16 gig drive. You would load the Atheros R image drive and just restore it on your flash drive. Again, more about that is going to be in the description and on the blog. So just hit next, and finish, just to let it do its thing. Depending on how big is the flash drive and other factors, it might take anywhere from 5 minutes to 10 minutes to get it going. Once it's done, we are done with your preparing. So what you will need to do is just grab that flash drive and stick it into your Acer. For the purposes of this video, and just to let you know, um, I will be using an external keyboard with a touchpad built in. In my case, it's a Logitech K400, if I'm not mistaken, because due to specifics of the hardware, touchpad and keyboard do not work under Mac OS because there's simply not a driver I2C driver controller yet for Mac. Right at the point of installing Mac, just wanted to let you know, I am booting out just to be on the safe side with Verbus and a safe boot. Doing so by putting a negative or dash V space dash X. That allows me to see if there's gonna be if it's gonna get stuck at some point. I'll see which point it's stuck at. So we'll just allow it to go through its thing. It might be patient. It might take about 5 minutes to get into the graphic, 5-10 minutes to get into the graphic portion of the installer. And just as a side note, I also had to do hardware modifications to an Acer. Apart from being able to load C bias on it and having to cover the write protect and short circuit the write protect board on Acer. Another thing I did, I had to replace the Wi-Fi card because the one that came originally with Acer was not supported in Mac and never will be. The original card was Atheros AR something one or another. I can't see. I can't. Yeah, it's AR5B22. That was the original one. What I did, I replaced it with the with any. You can replace it with any Atheros card that's compatible that works out of the box. In my case, I think I replaced it with the 9280, which allows me to use AirDrop and whatnot. As we get to the welcome screen and installation screen, I already had Mac OS installed previously. So at the installation screen, you're going to go under Utilities, Disk Utility, and you're going to select that hard drive, the entire hard drive or the partition, and format it accordingly. In my case, I just need to reformat the disk so I can show you this. Um, but in your case, you would just highlight the entire hard drive and just format it to one or two partitions, depending if you want to have one or two systems on it. Currently, I have Ubuntu and Mac installed, so that's why I'm just doing partitions. But that would allow you to have the entire hard drive to yourselves. And make sure the only thing is make sure that the options menu is showing as MBR. Continue. You can read through this description. It will tell you if you need to make sure, be aware of certain boot flags. Now just select the drive and hit customize. Once you hit customize, this is the options that you're going to be, we need to pay attention to the options we're going to be choosing. In the bootloader option, we're going to disable the graphics enabler, so we're going to uncheck that. Kernel cache, we will probably also not use it, and at least for me that worked. And also we're going to use the kernel patcher. And also, since the video card is unsupported, we're going to choose the graphics modes forced to be 1366 by 768. And this is a preference issue. You can do original boot logo or Apple, whatever. Everything else we probably will keep the same. Let's see, a disabler, a sleep enabler. Sleep doesn't work on this CBIOS, so we're just gonna skip that. Put whatever Mac model you would prefer it to be. There's not really anything specific you have to do. Another important thing is to go under hardware and make sure you have a laptop battery so you can get the battery stats, and under VGA make sure you delete the Intel drivers or kext, so that way you're not going to get kernel panic at the boot screen. Network is installed, so the driver should be okay. Let's make sure VGA is out. Main hardware, yep, you should be good to go. I'm just double checking here everything, that it would be correct, and we're gonna go ahead and hit OK and let it do its thing by installing. Okay, after normal installation procedures and connecting to the internet, enable location services or whatnot, you are going to be welcomed by just a Mac desktop. It takes a second. The only thing you also have to keep in mind of certain things that do not work are there's no QuartzExtreme, so no hardware acceleration of the video. So if you're going to be watching YouTube videos or any kind of movies, they will be a little laggy due to the fact that Acer uses Intel HD 2000, and it's not really supported per se by Mac. Just to show system information, just to show, I don't know how good it's going to be seen on the video. So if it's not, let me know. I might do I don't know, I'll probably include a couple of screenshots or whatnot. But you could see that it is identified, yes, as MacBook Pro and whatever. But you will see that the Ethernet card is detected out of the box. So your Ethernet is going to work right away, even if you don't buy the Wi-Fi right away, and you will use your computer as a desktop kind of solution. You can hook up an Ethernet cable and it will work perfectly fine because it works out of the box. Your graphics, you can see that it doesn't display, it doesn't show that there's any identifiable graphics, but we forced during the installation, we forced a resolution of 1366 by 768. and also your camera is working out of the box. It will allow you to take pictures, do FaceTime, Skype, and whatnot. The only thing is, FaceTime and iMessage are having an issue signing in, and that's easily fixed. I just haven't had a chance yet. Not that it's important for me particularly, but here you can see that it's actually pretty smooth. It's tracking. There's no delay in the camera, and it works perfectly fine. Um, Let me know if you have any questions, any comments, any more ideas. Hit me up on Google Plus, on YouTube with comments. I'll be more than happy to help with anything, or we can together figure out maybe the keyboard driver and get this thing going. Thank you.